What's up guys, it's Fun here, and welcome to the series that I have created, which is where I go over live adaptation anime and give them a live adaptation cast. Now if you didn't check out the last video, here's a picture of the thumbnail, and it will also be in the description. So this time I'm going to be going over Yu-Gi-Oh! Now when I say Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm talking about the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, because that, to me, was the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Series ever. And I don't want to hear any shit about that. And when I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, I'm actually going to be doing the original arc, where we actually go out to Duelist Kingdom. That, to me, was definitely the highlight in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Saga. So be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video as much as I did, if you have any suggestions for future videos, who you'd put in a live adaptation cast, which live adaptation cast you want me to go over next time, and if you want me to email or send in the post to these cast ideas to famous film productions, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first character we're going to be talking about is the main character, Yugi Moto. Now, Yugi is definitely a bit of a shy and timid character at first. So I thought, why not just give someone who is also played someone who's shy and timid as well. So that's why I decided to give Yugi to Jared S. Gilmore. Now I chose Jared for this role because if you didn't know, he actually played a bit of a shy and timid character in a very famous little series called Once Upon a Time. That being Henry, and that's also the son of the main character, Emma Swan. But I also decided to give him this role because he has also played a voice in, get this, Code Geass. So I definitely think that he will know what it's like to be in an anime live adaptation. Plus, he is a brilliant actor, and I feel like he could bring Yugi to life. He can easily play a shy, timid character, so I definitely think that he could go far with this role. Okay, next up, we have Yugi's counterpart, which is Yami. Now, he's definitely a confident person, and someone who is a badass duelist. And I feel like this should be given to someone is not only good at playing badass characters, but it also is someone who is well familiar about being a nerd, basically someone who is really good at playing nerdy stuff, and someone who is very young and very current in the upcoming media. If you're not sure where I'm going with this, the guy who I want to play Yami is Finn Wolfhard. Now I feel like that Finn Wolfhard could be a great guy to play a Yami. Like, he is just a brilliant actor. He's funny. Like, he's well known for playing nerdy games. That going back to Stranger Things when he was playing D&D. But he is also a great actor because he's done so many great roles in the It franchise as well as Stranger Things. So I feel like that he would be a great character to play Yami. Plus, he's only a tiny bit taller than Jared, so that means he could be a perfect Yami. All we need to do is give them both wigs, and that means they're pretty much set. Like, honestly, just stick the same wig on them, and they're set. Plus, not only that, I know quite a few people who like to simp over Finn Wolfhard. You know who you are. And yeah, I definitely feel like that Finn Wolfhard could bring in a very wide audience. Okay, the next character I'm going to be going over is Kyber. Now, I definitely feel like this was a pretty easy role to fit, if I'm being honest. The guy that I want to play Kyber is Zac Efron. Now, if you look at Kyber and Zac Efron, you can see a lot of similarities. So I definitely feel like that Zac Efron could be a perfect Kyber. Like, I don't know if he can actually play arsehole characters, but I definitely think it would be nice to see Zac Efron, because he is, he's a great actor. He's loved by many, many women. And I feel like he could bring in a really, really big audience. Like, he is a really big name in Hollywood. So I definitely feel like Zac Efron would be a perfect fit for Kyber. Alright, the next role is Taya. Now, when I look at Taya, I can instantly think of someone who would be a perfect fit. Because all we need to do is give her the same hairstyle and dress her up in the same clothes. And she instantly looks like Taya. So the person that I want to play Taya is Natalia Dyer. Now Natalia Dyer is here for, well, because she looks like Taya, and also feel like she is a great actress. Like, she has been in quite a few well-known things, such as Stranger Things, and apparently she's been in something called Yes, God, Yes, which to me sounds like a porno title, but let's not talk about that. I definitely think that she could bring in a very wide audience, mainly from the Stranger Things audience, and also from the young male audience. Because if you remember in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, there's one scene where Taya was actually having a shower. And if they actually decided to do that scene, I'm sure the young male audience would be... You get what I mean. Still though, I definitely think that this is a perfect match. Alright, the next role is someone who's well known for his Brooklyn Rage. Brooklyn Rage!
Can't beat my, no they can't beat my Brooklyn Rage. I don't wanna be a furry.
I'm sure you know the reference. But yes, we are now talking about Joey Wheeler. Now, I definitely think that his character could easily be placed, because we need someone who looks like a teenager, is a great actor, and has amazing hair. And I know someone who fits all three of those descriptions, and it's not me. I am talking about the one, the only, Joe Keery. I definitely think that Joe Keery is a great choice to play Joey, and I'm not doing it because they have a similar name. Still, he is just an amazing actor, plus, look at that hair. How could you deny that hair? Like, I definitely think that he is an amazing actor. They both, plus, Steve and Joey both have similar roles. They're both, well, somewhat good looking. They're both extremely dumb. And they only think that, well, everything should revolve around them, basically. But still, I definitely think that this is a perfect match. Plus, look at the similarities between the two. They do look very, very similar. And since they play similar roles, I definitely think that this is a perfect match. Plus, I just want them to try and get Joe Keery to go in a Brooklyn accent and just watch him scream, Brooklyn Rage! Even though I don't think, if they actually made a movie, I don't think they'd ever do that, but it would be funny if they did. Next up, we have Tristan. Now, this was probably the most difficult role to pick from, because there aren't any people that could actually pull off Tristan. It took me a while, but I found someone. And it's someone that I do not have a clue who he is, but his name is Ronan Rubinstein. Now, I've got to be honest, I have not seen anything that he's been in. Not a single thing. But I'm doing it based purely on the fact that he looks very similar to Tristan. Like, all we need to do is redo the hairstyle slightly, dress him up the way Tristan does, and we basically got a Tristan. Plus, Tristan doesn't really do much in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. So, he's just a guy that's there, to be honest with you. He's not really that important. So, I just picked him mainly because he looked like Tristan. But I'm sure that he can pull off a great Tristan. Okay, next up we have Yukis Grandfather, also known as Solomon Moto. Now, to me, this was also a very, very easy pick. Because we need someone who's short and old. And I instantly thought of someone who is short and old. That is Danny DeVito. I mean, come on. Who else could play the character? Like, Danny DeVito is definitely the perfect person to play Yugi's grandfather. Like, he is just an amazing actor. He's really funny. And he's basically the spitting image of Yugi's grandfather. Like, I just think that the best person to play Yugi's grandfather is Danny DeVito. He's got loads of acting experience. He's short, he's old, he's funny, and he's a badass. Like, plus, I just feel like he is the perfect person. No one else could play Yugi's grandfather like Danny DeVito could. Okay, next up we're going to be talking about Mokuba, who is the little brother of Seto Kyber. Now, I definitely have been searching around the internet for someone who looks like he could pull off as Zac Efron's little brother. And I think I've come up with someone. We need someone who is a very famous child actor, and someone who's been in a very, very famous child movie. And I have definitely found the perfect person to play Little Mokuba, and that is Jacob Tremblay. If the name doesn't sound familiar, and if the face doesn't look familiar, it's because he's the little boy who played Oggy in Wonder. And I definitely think that was a really, really good movie. Plus, it is an award-winning movie. That just makes it even better. He is an amazing actor, and I definitely feel like that kid could easily play off Mokuba. Plus, he just is... He's basically the spitting image of Zac Efron when he was younger. He could easily pull off looking like Kyber's little brother if Zac Efron was Kyber and Jacob was Mokuba. I definitely think that this is the perfect person to play Mokuba. Now for the role all of you perverts have been waiting for. It's time to talk about My Valentine. Now this is definitely an extremely easy pick. We need someone who's blonde, current, hot, and someone who has a good physique. If you know what I mean, you pervs. I am talking about Peyton List. I have to be honest, after I watched Jessie when I was a kid, I didn't think that Peyton List could actually pull off being an arsehole character. But after watching Cobra Kai, she can pull it off well. Plus, let's be honest, she's hot, she's current, and she has a very good physique. So I definitely think that she is a perfect person to play Mai. Plus, if we take her character from Jessie and her character from Cobra Kai and put them together, you basically got Mai. So I definitely think that Peyton List is the only person that can play Mai. Okay, next up we have the villain, and that is Pegasus. Now, I definitely think this was an easy role to fit, because we need someone who can pull off being an adult, and someone who has a voice that is somewhat feminine, because his voice is somewhat feminine, you know? Prepare to duel me, Kyber boy. You see? So we need someone who can actually pull off this role. And the perfect person for me is Robert Sheehan. Robert Sheehan is definitely a person that is loved by many. Plus, Misfits Season 1 and 2 were amazing. And I've just started watching Umbrella Academy, and he is amazing in that as well. Plus, he is extremely funny. And to prove it, Sam, would you mind playing a small section of Misfits? Just something aimed that YouTube will allow me to play and won't get me in trouble.
You'd screw your own sister for a slice of cheese.
I don't even like cheese.
That makes it even worse, you sick bastard. Come on.
Thank you, Sam. And I definitely think that is definitely a perfect example of how Robert Sheehan is, well, one, extremely funny, and two, just an amazing actor in general. Plus, in Misfits, he pulls off a perfect American accent, even though he's Irish. So I definitely think that this guy is the perfect guy to play Pegasus. Okay, now we're going to be talking a little bit about Weevil. Definitely a hard character to play because he's extremely short. But I think I found someone who can fit his role, and his name is Noah Jupe. If you don't know who he is, he played a role in Wonder and A Quiet Place. And those are both, at least I've heard, they're both really, really good movies. I know that Wonder's award-winning. I don't know what sort of reviews A Quiet Place has, but I have heard somewhat decent things about A Quiet Place. So I definitely think that this could be a really, really good role. Like, I haven't seen him in too many things. Like, I've only seen like a couple scenes from Wonder off of YouTube. And he is really good in that. But I don't know how good of an actor he is when he's playing Weevil. Because, you know, he's somewhat of a sub-villain. But, I don't know. I feel like he could probably get away with it. Alright, now for the second to last character. We have Rex. Also a very hard character to fill. But I think I managed to do okay. The guy I want to play Rex is Jack Dylan Grazer. I definitely think that Jack Dylan Grazer is a really, really great actor. He was amazing in both of the It movies. even though he didn't really appear too much in It Chapter 2, but he did a great job in It Chapter 1. And he also was really, really good in Shazam. I bloody love Shazam. It is definitely up there in some of my all-time favourite movies. So I definitely think that he could bring Rex to life. An amazing actor overall, and plus, well, he also played in Shazam, and if you didn't know, Shazam is a comic book character. And we're doing an anime live adaptation. May not be the exact same thing, but it's somewhat similar. So I'm sure he can bring that sort of a thing into Yu-Gi-Oh! Live adaptation. Okay, the final character that I'm going to be talking about is Bandit Keith. Definitely an interesting role to fill, but I think I've done it. We need someone who has played an all-time evil character. Someone who is very good at playing someone who is evil. And I think I've found someone. Say hello to the Winter Soldier himself, Sebastian Stan. I definitely think Sebastian Stan would be a good person to fill this role because he used to play the Winter Soldier. And before he turned good, the Winter Soldier was a major asshole. And he also played a villain in Once Upon a Time, that being the Mad Hatter. And I definitely think that he could definitely bring Bandit Keith to life because Bandit Keith is a villain and I'm pretty sure that he is a bandit because, you know, Bandit Keith. You get me? Yeah, plus I'm pretty sure that he is easily the best character to fill. Like, all we need to do is give him a wig, like, make sure that he's shaved but not too shaved, and give him some sunglasses, and we basically got Bandit Keith. And there you guys, hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did, and be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you agree with my cast list, if you disagreed with it, if you have your own suggestions for cast lists, if you would swap someone in my cast list with someone else, and if you have any video suggestions for the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Also guys, if this video gets 10 likes, I will write a letter to every single famous film production I can think of and send it my cast list to them. Pinky promise. I will even do it as a vlog video to like prove it. So if this video gets to 10 likes, I will type a letter and send it to as many famous film productions as I can. And I'll even do a cast of your choice. If you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below, share this video with a friend, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. It's been Inferno today. Okay, that's all from me, so until the next time, this is Inferno, signing off. Bye!